Captain's log. It is July 25th, about 2100 hours, and although the prime directive is to seek out plastic age media, the crew and I must salvage some modern day pieces from time to time. So this is pretty much a little collection of my newer gimmick comics, because if you guys watch my videos or if you guys have been listening, I try to collect mainly 90s gimmicks comics, and this is just some of my newer, like 2000s and forward gimmick comics. Honestly, when people think about the gimmick covers, they think about the 90s, and they think about they associate it with a lot of hate. They associate it with the crash of the comic book industry for the 90s, which was not the cause. But throughout the years, the gimmick covers have kind of prevailed and stuck around, mainly just foil, but nonetheless, we got some here today. So we're gonna start off with the poly bags, and really poly bag is important because of one, our motto: if it's polybagged and in the dollar bin, grab it. But it's also because that's why they called it the plastic age, the non-modern era, was because of the poly bags. So my first one is the Friday the 13th Jason. This one also came with the COA. It's got like a signed poster. You can see the signature right there. It's got that. So this next one was not from the dollar bin, but it was definitely a good grab. If you guys don't know about the Blood Hunt series, there's no point. I think I've actually explained it in another video, but go check it out. That one was a cool one. I got the Garbage Pail. Also kind of self-explanatory. This one came with a card. Super awesome with that one. The next two are called the Body Bag variants. It's House of Slaughter. If you don't know House of Slaughter, it's kind of the same universe as like Somebody's Killing the Children, and it's like from it's St. George. That's an old school comic. It's like, I think that's 80s. That's part of it. I think, what's another newer? Maybe like Beneath the Trees, or like Laughing with the Monster, Laughing at the Monster, something like that. But this one I think just became polybag because it's covering stuff. But this is a comic by Opus. It's Cradle of Filth. Cradle of Filth's a band. They do kind of like band comics. I think I have the Evanescence one as well. So that one was pretty cool. Alright, so next we got our hollow foils. We got two gems. I've talked to you guys about these before, but these are Samantha Newark. This one is got like a signed little piece by Samantha Newark in the back. I think it's got more signatures in the front. And Samantha Newark was the gem, has a 80s TV show. It's the only 80s, or it's the only TV show for Gem in the holograms. But Samantha Newark was the original Gem. So we got, and I've got another Samantha Newark in here. I'll show you guys. But we got the Transformers Armada. We got Man Eaters by Image. This one's awesome. That one just looks so cool. The Death of Wolverine, #1. This one's like a sought after book. Then we got our foils. This first one I do love a lot. It's Layla Starr. It's #1. Again, we got House of Slaughter, and I forgot to mention there's going to be a lot of House of Slaughter in here. House of Slaughter has a lot of gimmick covers. And this specific one that came out also had another foil variant. I think it's just like purple or something with him on it. And that one's worth like $35, $40. This one's not. This one's worth like $4. But the next is a red foil. True Blood. Talked to you guys about this one before. This True Blood series got two. You got the IDW True Bloods. I think it's like 1 through 4, 1 through 6, I believe. And then these are the 1 through 4 for the Hot Topic editions. So they're different. And I think they're all foil. I can't remember. But this one got Catwoman foil. And this one's pinups. So I can show you guys this one. Showed you guys a few pinups in the past. And we got, and it's also foiled in the back. A lot of these comics are, it'd be hard to take all of them out, but even like the lenticulars, I'll show you guys, are also, lenticulars are also front and back. Chromiums are obviously going to be front and back. Some of the glow in the darks are front and back. Next, we got our Ahsoka foil. And if you guys don't know about Ahsoka, it's Anakin's Padawan. It's like his apprentice. I just got, if I'm not mistaken, I showed you guys in a video, a lenticular. It's like this big of Ahsoka and Anakin. And I got that for like $1. So that was pretty cool. Next, I got the autumnal foil. I believe I showed you guys this one. And then we got the Helverine foil. This one, if you guys haven't read the Helverine story, it's actually pretty cool. How to explain this one? Some guy gets possessed with a spirit, right? And he finds a doctor that can take the spirit out of him, and it goes inside Wolverine. And so Ghost Rider has to stop him. This one's a pretty cool one. We got the Sensational She-Hulk next. This cover is awesome. The water's like almost green and blue. And of course She-Hulk is green. So that one just looks so cool. And then we got our Disney's Gargoyles. #1. I think She-Hulk was #1 too. And Helverine. And then we got Teen Titans DC Universe. This is one of my favorites. Just looks cool, and it's Teen Titans. And then on the back, I put with this one. I don't really know too much about this one. DC Silencer. But the story was cool. And it looked cool, so that's why I got it. Alright, next we got our lenticular pile. And with Marvel lenticulars, they tend to put 2 comics on one cover. So this one is The Death of Captain Marvel, this way. And it's, I believe, it's like a one-shot, or it's a, yeah, it's a graphic novel. And then this way is The Mighty Thor #700. So that looks awesome. That looks so cool. And I love lenticulars. You guys know I love the lenticular trading cards. I was just telling you about the lenticular poster. I've got all kinds of lenticular like stickers, and just I'll just have to do a lenticular haul. Then we got Astonishing X-Men. And then we got Jean Grey. So those look awesome. And then we have Iron Fist. Iron Fist Old, Iron Fist New. So that's pretty cool. I'm telling you guys, the lenticular ones are the awesome ones. We got Transformers #1. And this one I believe is like really early 2000s, but still counts. Still counts as a non-90s gimmick. And, oh, so The Future Ends. If you guys know anything about The Future Ends, I think I might have mentioned them once or twice. It's just DC made a lot, and when I say a lot of one-shots that have lenticular covers that are just, they got Robin, Batman and Robin, Harley, and they got all of them. All the Green Lanterns have a little short story thing, and I haven't really picked up a lot because really, honestly, they were always in the dollar bins. I always thought I was going to be able to find them all. but all of a sudden they're all gone. So I started picking them up little by little. That one's the coolest one, but I got Green Lantern as well. New Guardians. That one looks pretty cool. And Batman, Superman, and Batman and Robin. Next, we have this one. I guess it would just be a cutout. I guess you could call it a die cut too, but it's definitely a cutout. Bunny mask, number 1. And this one is a die cut. could show you guys this one. This one is Batman, Death of the Family. I read this trade. I think a lot of people read this trade. It got me into Gail Simone, who makes, I think it has to do with Batgirl. Batgirl ties in there somehow. I don't know. It was a long time ago. But I did like reading Gail Simone. But this is this one. It's cool. So that's that little die cut one for that one. Next, what we call a soft stock. And that just means like the paper is different. This is an Alice. And I wanted more from the series, but I just never got a chance. But this is the number 1. And then I believe I showed off this one before. It's just like a IDW special. It's just like a bunch of sketches. It's got like G.I. Joe, Star Trek, Transformers. And then this one is a soft stock, but like a gloss cover. And it's House of Slaughter again. I tell you guys, House of Slaughter has a lot of gimmicks. We got Cursed Pirate Girl. I wanted to open and show you guys this one, the inside. This one was really cool. It was a little bit more expensive when I bought it, but the art in this one is so cool. The story, there's a lot of story, but this one, if you haven't heard of this one, I believe it's like Archaea Comics. Yeah, it's even got like a fold out, if I can do it without hurting it. But this one is awesome. Next, we got our sketch covers, which are comic books that usually come blank, and either the artist draws on it or whatever you want, really. But this one is the ones I was telling you about in the beginning of the video that Samantha Newark did. Like I said, she's the original Gem voice, and these are phenomenal. These I picked up at the flea market, and I knew they were awesome right away, but I didn't find out who made the art and what they were about till later on. She's got like a little YouTube channel where she does like shorts and stuff. I'm not sure if she's keeping up to date, but she shows you where she does the art. Got I Hate Fairyland image. That one's pretty cool. We got Catwoman once again, and this is like also like a gloss soft stock kind of cover, but this one is Batman with like a color bleak kind of Catwoman, and this one's just Catwoman. So now we got the Giga comic. It's a Shogun's homage, which is like, it brought Meg to America, pretty much animation in itself. But this one I actually thought was glow in the dark, because it has a glow in the dark version, but this one is the UV light version, and it's still okay. You know, all comics that glow actually glow really well in the UV light, you know, but it's still a cool one. It's still a cool find. So, and speaking of UV light, this one is also UV, but also glow in the dark. And you can't really see it on camera, I don't think, but there's a bunch of crows all around him, and those all glow in the dark, and the red and him glow in the UV. So if you were to take a UV light on it, the crows will glow and he will glow, and then in the dark it's just the crows that will glow. So that's pretty cool. And that starts us off with the glow in the dark pile. We got first the Vampire State Building. And something to mention with the glow in the dark comics that are like newer, they, especially when you can see when a comic is glow in the dark, especially an older comic. But the newer ones, it's not as well. You can't really see it as well. And when you can't really see it as well, you kind of know that it's not going to glow that well. This is one of them. It takes a lot of light to make this one glow. But when it does, it looks really cool. The outside of the hand glows. The words glow. That one looks pretty cool. But the next one is Predator. This one's the words glow and the words down here. And that's it. Also not very abrased when it comes to the glow material they use. Wraithborn, on the other hand, is very much so almost like a 90s glow gimmick. You can definitely tell on the outside that it glows. It looks awesome. And I put it together with the Comic Fest comic. This, I believe, is a reprint of the actual #1 Wraithborn. This one is the #1 Wraithborn, but this one's a variant. It's a glow variant. So that's pretty cool. Also a variant. This is like a virgin glow. This is the stuff of nightmares. And this one looks so cool in the dark. Every single outline glows. The title glows. He glows. It actually kind of looks scary in the dark. I love this one. This one I found randomly. This one I could just, it's the glow is like abrased. I could see it from afar and I thought that was pretty cool. Dead Man as well has very like a 90s style glow to it. Looks pretty awesome. And also the last one. So all of these comics I've showed you guys all have these 90s style gimmicks. And it pretty much just shows you that 90s gimmicks are still very much so alive. And I think it's cool that I can still find my favorite gimmick and the modern comics, and it's glow. And these are the coolest ones I found. I've been looking for these for so long. It's the X-Files Conspiracy series, and it's just like a little, it's like a little crossover between X-Files and IDW. You got the Ninja Turtles mask. You got the, I think it's the crows on this side. It's so hard to see in the camera. The crow right here. And the Transformers Optimus Prime right here. I'm missing the Ghostbusters for this one, but I'm gonna get it. Okay, I'm gonna find it. And that's pretty much it. So for all you true believers out there, live long and prosper, and may the force be with you.